Life doesn't slow down when you're struggling. It keeps going. The question is, are you reacting to it or responding to it?
We experience things in our life and we actually think that we're not supposed to experience things in our life. Why? Because we're good, right? And everything's supposed to be perfect. But as I continue on living this track, I realize that life keeps on lifing. So therefore, I need to ride with life. I was talking to a friend earlier this morning and I said, listen, man, certain things I just don't partake in because it's like Lay's potato chips, I can't just have one. He said, we different. He said, I eat the whole bag. I think it's just a different lens, different perspective. But I realized that people have skeletons in their closet. Skeletons always come out. But if you can just work on not putting anything in your closet, then you don't never have to worry about things coming out. So it's all about self-discipline. And then you experience things in your life that you don't feel like you're supposed to experience because you're quote-unquote doing the right thing. And how do we know that we're not in the rightness? We're not supposed to experience things that are not safe. And people on the outside say, well, I just don't understand why you're experiencing it. Maybe God said, I need to let you go through. You got to go through to get through. And maybe I'm going through to get through, and it's not for me, but it's for somebody else. But it's how you look at the situation that you're experiencing that you actually can say you came out with your hands up and with a smile on your face in your life. I don't have to do a bunch of things that people say, you never know until you try. No. I can live vicariously through somebody else's experience. And so if I know people that are close to me that have experienced something that's very detrimental due to them being led by their own physical devices because something they felt that they wanted, whether they're induced or programmed by media, hey, it's still my choice to choose. Nobody's saying, I don't have a gun to my head saying you better do this. I was saying I had to look beyond my first move. Why? So while I was in the situation, I have to say, okay, do I act now? Hear me. Do I react or do I respond? Certain situations you feel like reacting, but the better motion is to respond. See, reaction is like an immediate thing. This is my interpretation now. This is my definition. This is Dr. D's definition. Reaction causes for you respond. It's like an emotional trigger. Wow. Well, I tell you what, why don't I just so I can respond? I take it, I process it, I look at it, and then I proceed. But it's just like be in front of chess board, 64 blocks, and you have to look at the board. Before you make a move in a chess match, before you make that move, you're supposed to pause, you're supposed to observe your surrounding, your board, which is your life. So yeah, you have to do that because if you don't observe your surrounding, then you'll be got. And you'll haphazardly jump into certain things that you didn't mean to jump into because you was reacting off impulse. So many people are living through their limbic system, which is the part of your body that actually is all emotion reaction. The limbic system is all about how I feel. Why can't we just think and feel? It's a team thing. But no, the book that I read said, as a man thinketh, so is he. So it means that therefore your shilling should cooperate with your mind, your brain. Your brain processes your thoughts. Your thinking, your mind is pretty much the area around your brain feeds into your brain. So you can process thoughts. And so the thoughts are processed, then it actually gives it instructions to parts of your body to respond. I digress. So what I'm saying is that we're so busy going by how we feel. And a lot of times how we feel is based on the things that we're allowed to intrude, willingly allow things to intrude into our eye gates and our ear gates. And these are the open doorways to our soul and to our actions. As a man thinketh, so is he. So how do you think based on what you receive? The summary of a lot of thoughts and create actions. So what happens then? You receive a whole bunch of stuff in you, and then you respond and react based on what you receive. Now, what happens to, I think a lot of people, what happens is that they allow too many people access to not feed, but to plant or to dump into their thoughts, into their mind. And some people actually absorb what they hear from somebody else as if it's theirs. Why? Because some people don't like to think on their own. They think to somebody else's life. They look what the person's driving. They look at the person wearing. They look at the person they have on their arm. Say, I want that. See, the thing is, they want that, but they don't want to do the things to get it. And they don't know what they're experiencing at home. A lot of people just superficial and shallow. There's no substance. People want what everybody else has. But then they don't want the process.